This is an exclusive excerpt from the Stuph File Program with Peter Anthony Holder.
Performing Arts Studio West in California has a pioneering creative arts program that trains and supports performers with disabilities, elevating their visibility in the media. They currently have a project called Mother Goose Reanimated, an innovative art book that transforms the traditional world of nursery rhymes through a modern lens. To talk about it, we are joined by John Paizis, who is the founder and director of Performing Arts Studio West. He joins us via Zoom from Los Angeles. Hi, John.
Good morning, Peter. How are you, sir?
Just tickety-boo. Thanks very much for doing this. I'm very
happy to be here.
Great. I'm just curious to know, how did this whole thing come about, and why nursery rhymes?
Well, Performing Arts Studio West just had its 26th anniversary, and we've had a lot of success working with performers with disabilities with regard to getting them cast in film and television commercials and our original projects, music videos, all sorts of things. Over the past 26 years, our performers have been seen in over 3,000 roles in those different areas of the media. And one of the things I wanted to take a look at is, well, what have they not done? And we really hadn't done any print work. And we were thinking, okay, well, what could be an interesting way to teach the type of skills you would need for print work, modeling skills, and being able to hold a pose and convey an emotion through your body and your facial expressions in a situation that was not film or television. And we thought, okay, well, maybe nursery rhymes would be an interesting way to do this. And our original thought for this was something much, much smaller. It was just a calendar of 12 nursery rhymes, one for each month of the year. And as we kept developing and working on this, it just grew and grew and grew. And now it has culminated in a 185-page digital art collection that juxtaposes traditional nursery rhymes with these reanimated versions. And we use reanimated in the sense that we are bringing old and dead things back to life in a new way. And we have probably 90 of our own actors and models and performers, and 14 celebrities from the entertainment industry who are recreating these rhymes. And it's a beautiful, beautiful project.
Now, the one thing that's interesting about nursery rhymes is that they were always depicting a situation that was attractive to kids, right? Yet when you look at the nursery rhymes in general, they've got some pretty dark stories behind them, even for children. So I'm just curious to know, are you doing this for children, or is it for the children who are now adults?
It's second one. It is for children who are now adults. Now adults. I'll give you kind of a breakdown of how we've twisted these things. Well, we're all familiar with Little Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep lost her sheep. Da 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 da. Our Bo Peep is now depicted as a World War II B-17 bomber nose art pinup girl, exotic and beautiful. And this was played by one of our participants, Tiana Fazio, gorgeous, gorgeous young woman on the autism spectrum, had that classic 1940s look. Humpty Dumpty, which we are all familiar with, is in the reanimated version, now a patient confined to a 19th century insane asylum. Little Miss Muffet is now a 1960s psychedelic pop artist who creates and paints better when she's using hallucinogenics. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, is a fearsome captain of a pirate vessel that has captured 4 beautiful mermaids and taking them to port to sell. The old woman who lives in a shoe, she's an evil overseer of a dystopian society shoe factory, and she has all these indentured servants that she is using and abusing to create the product that she is selling, which is shoes. Old King Cole is a heroin-addicted jazz musician. The Cat in the Fiddle is now a story about alien abduction. So we have taken these off the charts to places that people wouldn't even think of. And not only is there a new digital illustration of these classic rhymes, but there is also a new storyline, which is written in prose, that gives you an idea of the depth and the darkness. And some are, rather comical too, but the majority of them are rather dark and mysterious.
So, how does one get their hands on Mother Goose Reanimated?
We are available on Amazon. We just went up on Amazon last week, so go to Amazon.com, type in Mother Goose Reanimated. We are available in hardcover, softcover, and Kindle versions.
Excellent. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Performing Arts Studio West. You guys have been around for almost 30 years, and again, you train and support performers with disabilities. I'm just curious to know if it's getting any better or easier or more viable in this day and age than it was 30 years ago, or are you still struggling with the same battles you were struggling with then?
It certainly has gotten better. I think the industry and the media has opened up their eyes. It was a tough sell in the early days. We would find out about a project that was looking for somebody on the autism spectrum, a character on the autism spectrum. We would contact the casting directors and say, "Hey, we have a trained actor on the autism spectrum that we think that would be perfect for this." Well, we're not really going that way. That has changed tremendously, because for a piece to truly have authenticity, I think it's the absolute best in any situation to have a trained actor with the disability that they are portraying. And although I understand, that there's box office, so if you have a television show about a doctor who is on the autism spectrum, it's good to have a famous individual, playing that person. An established star, and that's kind of been the tradition. But there's so much more out there now with regard to all the different types of productions, and obviously, creators that are bringing to life new stories that have characters with disabilities, that it has gotten easier over the years. Let's just say there's more opportunities for sure. You're still in competition because there's a lot of actors now with disabilities who are also looking for work.
When Performing Arts Studio West was first created, was there an event, a reason, a thought process where push came to shove and you said, this has got to happen, we've got to start this, because if we don't, no one will?
It's interesting how it came about. I had my mom was a special education teacher. My dad was an educator. I had a cousin with a developmental disability. I was an actor, and a singer, and a dancer, New York trained actor, went to the neighborhood playhouse. When I came to Los Angeles in 1980, I was in a rock band. I was a lead singer and head of this rock band. And my day job was working with adults with disabilities. I worked with 8 men on the autism spectrum. And I worked with that agency. I rose from being a classroom instructor to a program supervisor to an assistant associate director. That agency closed, and I was still involved in the entertainment industry, but I no longer had a day job. And I said, oh my goodness, I've met so many talented and wonderful people over the years. I think I could start a program that would train some of these wonderful people I've met and new people coming in who are interested to be part of the industry. And we started off with original productions, small things. And after about a year, we really discovered that we had some very, very talented people. So we opened our talent management department, and things just took off from there.
Excellent. So let's get back to, very quickly, to Mother Goose Reanimated. Chicken or egg kind of situation. Which came first? Some of the interesting stories that you have created on the genre of nursery rhymes that you've reimagined, or did you have the actors first and try to fit them into a situation that was most fitting for them?
A little bit of both. We chose the rhymes first. We thought, what would be the most visual rhymes that we could depict? What would create a wonderful storyline? And then we would cast from the characters that we have. A great example of that is Mary, Mary, Quite Contrary, the one that now where Mary is a pirate captain. We had so many rough and tumble guys that could be the pirate crew. We just thought, oh my God, this would be perfect for that. And we had a beautiful woman on the autism spectrum with the most stoic and gorgeous face to be this fearful yet beautiful sea captain. So it's a little bit of both. Chose the rhymes first, cast from the individuals we had. When we brought in some of the celebrities from the entertainment industry, and my God, we got some wonderful people joining us. We have, the amazing Mindy Sterling from the Austin Powers franchise, Naomi Grossman and Jamie Brewer and Matt Fraser from American Horror Story. We have Jade Taylor from The Magicians, Kurt Yeager from Sons of Anarchy and Tell Me a Story. We got so many wonderful people. Those individuals, we thought that person would be perfect for this rhyme, and tied that together. And they had been friends of the studio for a while. We had worked with them in doing workshops or seeing them at other events. So they were kind of friends of the studio already.
Well, it's just coming out, but are you already excited and with the possibility of maybe even doing some more of these down the road?
Yes, I mean, we have so many plans, and we're going to be at Comic-Con too. I want to make sure we drop that. We are going to be at the Los Angeles Comic-Con October 4th, 5th, and 6th. We have a booth there supporting and selling our product, obviously. But people come down, check us out. We'll talk about Performing Arts Studio West, get some books signed, and looking forward to a lot of fun. We are looking at the long-term possibility of an anthology series based on the 12 rhymes. So that is something we have in development right now that we're very excited about. Well, so a lot of possibilities.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on the success of Mother Goose Reanimated. And John, thank you very, very much for taking the time to be on the program with us.
It is my absolute pleasure, Peter. Thank you so much for having me. And you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
John Paizis, the founder and director of Performing Arts Studio West. Their innovative art book is called Mother Goose Reanimated. You can go to our website at thestufffile.com, check out the show number for this program, which is show number 0788, and you'll find the link to their site, plus links to either Amazon.com or Amazon.ca, where you can order their book directly.
You've just heard an exclusive excerpt from the Stuph File Program with Peter Anthony Holder. To hear any or all of the full hour-long shows, visit thestufffile.com. Stuph is spelled S-T-U-P-H. That's thestufffile.com. A presentation of Flying Fish Communications.